Hi, and welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you again. Today's class will be about words that are quite confusing to everyone, including native English speakers. This is part 2 of a series I will make about confusing words. So if you need help with certain vocabulary, this is my list so far. So if you have something else that you would like to learn that's not on this list yet, let me know and I can write it down and explain it in my next video. My channel is small enough, so I will answer you pretty quickly. For today though, we will focus on to hear and to listen, to see, look, and watch, and the differences between electric, electrical, electronic, and electronically. This will be a great advantage for you if you learn and understand the differences here. You will be one big step closer to English fluency. So let's begin with hearing and listening. Okay, hearing is just a physical process if you really think about it. It's just what your ears do. When they receive sound waves in the environment you are in, you hear those noises. This is almost automatic when you are awake. You will notice that we say hear often though, with examples like, I can't hear you very well. Can you speak louder for me? I heard a great song on the radio yesterday, and we can say sentences like, she couldn't believe what she was hearing when he told her the news. Also, he heard his mom calling him from the other room. We can use here in quite a few examples actually. So let's look now at listening. Listening is more than only hearing the sounds. This is more of an active skill, and it includes paying attention or focusing on those sounds and also making sense of them. What do they mean exactly? It also requires a lot of concentration. So when you listen, you not only hear the words someone is saying to you, you also try to understand their meaning, the tone, and the emotions behind the sentences. Let's do some examples that you definitely will say in the future. So, I like to listen to classical music while I work. She listened to her friend's story without saying a word. So in this case, maybe she was shocked at what her friend said. You can even use both listen and hear together in a sentence as well. Can you listen outside and tell me if you hear her car coming? He heard his parents in the other room, but he decided not to listen to their conversation. Great, we are already done with hearing and listening. Let's move on to see, look, and watch. Before I continue, native speakers get these wrong. So if you learn and understand these, then pat yourself on the back because your English learning journey is going great. So starting with to see, this is the most basic verb you will use for simply using your eyes. When your eyelids are open, you can see things. This is more passive. And what I mean by that is you aren't really focusing on it, just like with to hear from our last example. It just happens because that's what your ears and your eyes do without really trying. You can see the stars in the sky. You can see the mountains far away. And you can see the cat sitting on the fence. Now, looking is when you do want to focus a bit more on what you are seeing. Sure, you can see the cat sitting on the fence, but when you really look at the cat, you can check if it's your cat or maybe it's your neighbor's cat. You can check if it's older or younger, and you can check if it's male or female because you are focusing more on it. Again, when you see, you simply see the cat. You aren't really looking at the details. But let's learn more with some examples. So you can say things like, wow, look at that beautiful sunset. I need to look for my keys. Do you know where they are? And look both ways before crossing the street. With watch, we actively observe something for a period of time. This also involves attention and concentration. The difference here with watch compared to look is when you watch something, you are focusing on something for a longer period. You're usually focusing on something changing, and usually you want to do this. And what I mean here is when you watch TV, you usually want to watch this movie or TV show. When you look for your keys, you probably would rather just have your keys and continue with your day. Many people like to watch the birds in the park and watch a magician perform tricks. If you aren't sure if you should use look or watch, think to yourself, will I focus on something for a while? And will I see something change? If not, I would say go with look. When you watch the magician perform tricks, you aren't just looking at him standing on stage. The magician will do things. The things on the stage will change. Okay, next up we have electric, electrical, electronic, and electronically. We will break these down together. But they are a lot less complicated than you might think. Electric is simply the power we get from electricity. It makes your lights turn on and your oven bake food for you. We say electric more as an adjective and put it in front of nouns and say electric cars, electric kettles, and if we aren't careful, we can get an electric shock. Electrical is used as an adjective as well and is really anything related to electricity, like electrical wires or electrical outlets. You can be an electrical engineer and drive past electrical poles and have electrical problems in your apartment. Electronic is about gadgets and devices that use electricity to function, just like your phone or computer. You will hear an announcement very often at the airport saying, "Please turn off your electronic devices during takeoff." Electronically is an adverb which means doing something using electronic devices or signals, like sending an email or paying for something online. It sounds like a mess, but it is, again, much simpler than you think. But let's use them all together in an example. Tell me if you can understand the differences. So here we go. In the modern world, electronic devices have become essential for daily life. From smartphones to computers, these electronic devices need electrical circuits to function. Inside each device, tiny electric currents flow through the components, powering the device and giving it energy to perform its job. With today's technology, many jobs that we people did manually or by hand are now done electronically. We pay bills electronically, calculate numbers electronically, and we send mail electronically via email or text message. That is it for today. I think you can agree that is enough information for one class. I had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. I can't wait to see you for part 3 very soon. So until then, bye.